If one cow gets lost here, not matter how big the land is, we have to look for it before sunset and bring it back home.
What makes the Banyankole cows very unique?
The Ankole cows are very unique because of their unique colors. You can just see them over there. You see those over there? Those are Frisian cows. You can just tell they're very different from the others.
Hello, my name is Henry, and I'm on a mission. My mission is to travel the world, share different cultures, and connect with people to find integration among us. I believe color is just a pigment, but as humans we are all one, united by one shared mission, the mission to happiness. I embrace the philosophy of human survival, integration, and happiness. I create short films to teach about life and uncover answers to some of life's most difficult questions. Welcome, let's travel together, explore new perspectives, and seek out happiness. Through my YouTube channel, you discover the true path to peace and happiness by exploring cultures, stories, and the beauty of life's simple moments. By subscribing, you begin your journey to inner balance, happiness, and fulfillment. Don't forget to like the videos and subscribe. Let's explore the world together. This is Henry, the Globetrotter.
I am not sure if you are aware, but these cows mean a lot to us because they understand us. They're like humans. They respond to our commands, and the look on their eyes show that they feel what we feel. I can't feel okay if someone hurts them, so if one disappears, let's say during the water drinking time, or when we try to drive them back home, we cannot settle until we find it. We have to scour the entire land to find it. If we don't, then we have to get up very early at dawn to find it before we start our day. You see how you have pets at your home. These are more than pets. They're our family. We always have to make sure we find that one lost animal because it's not only part of the family, but it is a source of family wealth and pride.
When Ankole have this kind of farms, are they common in different areas?
There's so many.
And which kind of cows does he have here?
He has mainly Ankole cows and Frisian cows, but the Frisians are different from the Ankole cows.
We call the Banyankole cows, and then other people refer to them as Ankole cows. Which name do you think will be the right name?
Well, for us here, we refer to them as the Banyankole cows.
Call them the Banyankole cows.
We call them the Banyankole cows because they have long horns. They are red in color, and because they eat this organic grass.
So they just wander around. They are not these animals you're going to keep in a steppe or somewhere.
Yeah.
Can I find these kind of animals in other places?
I think you could, but according to the best of my knowledge, they're predominantly found in Ankole.
Only Ankole area?
Yeah.
So you don't eat the Ankole cows?
Sure, they can be eaten, but is the farm owner's choice to make? The farm owner categorizes them between those that are to be eaten and those meant for milk. Unlike other milk in the world, the Ankole cow milk is very thick, and if you eat the cow meat, it is very different from the other meat from other regions.
It's kind of thick. Oh yeah. Do you have any relationship with the cows? You give them names and stuff like that? Are they part of the family? Ah.
Every cow here has a name, so we can call it by name. We have a specific, unique black Ankole cow we call Kayozi. We got Ngabo and more names.
Why do the Banyankole give the cows the names?
They give them names because they love them.
This is one of the workers like in the farm?
Yeah, that's the gentleman in charge of taking care of them, milking them, and making sure they're healthy.
How do you say hello in Banyankole? Yes. Wasimamuta. Oh, Amazina Gawa, I know that one, right? Biamkama Benson. How many cows do you have like in this farm here?
There are more than 200 plus cows.
And how do they know that they have 200 cows? Because then this is a big place.
It is easy to know the number because we count them while they go through the deep. We also count them when we take them to the well.
What happens if they're trying to count the animals, then they realize one animal is gone? What happens to that in that kind of case?
So if during the counting we realize one cow is missing, it's up to us to go look for it.
But then this is a big place. How do they find one cow, leaving the other cows behind?
We know every corner of this farm, so we have to scour the entire place until we find that one lost cow.
I'm saying there are big horned Ankole cows, and then you have the small horned cows, like we have the small ones here. Are these calves, or are they all grown-up animals too?
Yeah, those look small just because they're still young. The big horns you are referring to grow as the cow matures.
So the small ones are also Ankole cows with a small horn, right? So can these also be eaten for beef, or they have to grow up to have the big horns to be eaten for beef?
We leave them to grow first.
Do you sell the cows, or they are only grown as part of the family?
They wait for them to grow. Even though they're part of family, we do sell some.
How much can it grow a big cow like the cow I saw over there, the one with the big horns, go for?
One big horned cow can go for 10 million.
10 million? Wow, that's so expensive, right? And then I heard of this thing of the weddings, the women getting married and stuff like that. Like in the Ankole culture, you guys have to give the cows. Could he explain to me how the culture of the wedding is like in the Ankole culture and in relation to the cows?
In the case of the marriage culture, the girl's family can come and choose whatever cows they need.
He picks the one they want. All right, get on.
Or whatever cows they feel fit their bride price. If they like their selection, let's say they have chosen 5 cows, you have to set them aside and he takes them.
So after giving the cows, what happens? You get the girl to your house?
Yeah, sure. After them taking the cows, you then take the girl too.
Then what happens if the girl turns out to be the different girl than the girl you expected? So you separate, you get back your cows?
In cases when you get married and say your wife cheats on you after paying the dowry, or in cases where she runs away with the kids, or if the girl just doesn't like the family she is married in such cases, if your marriage doesn't work out and it ends in divorce, that can be a loss on your side of both the woman and the cows.
So you just make a loss of the cows, you don't get them back?
Sure, in that case, you have to regard it a loss.
I have lived here for many years and I love my job. I listen to the music from this radio and it keeps me going. Just like him, I love my job because I love these cows. They're kind of my friends. I can tell what they want from the look on their eyes. Sometimes I sing to them and they understand my voice. It hurts me when one cow is sold off because for me, it is kind of losing a friend.
These cows have tags on the ears, and these ears tell the number of cows the owner has. I'm saying 20,000, there's 40,000. That's how they're actually counted. When the calf is born, they get this kind of tags and they put them on the ears. That's the number they have now. Like this one is 4,465. This is 20,384, and that's how they tell the number of the cows. You look at the young ones here. Actually, they have not yet been counted. That means people here can have cows totaling to over 1 million, but then some of them actually they don't know which cow it is, but they keep giving them names and then they call them by those names. But then these ones have not yet numbered. Some of them have the seal, like this is cow number 1049. Then it's so funny that, okay, 1049, I don't know whether they count going up or going down, or it's a new kind of count. These are kind of like plate numbers that you find on the cars. And that's how they get to know the number of cows they have here. The chunk of land here is over hundreds of acres, I should say. And then from the other farm that is next to us, same kind of story. And that's what they also have here. And so these cows just keep on roaming everywhere. And what I got is from the cattle keepers that if it's nighttime and then they lose one cow, they gotta look for that cow. But if they don't find it the next morning, then what they have to do is get up very early and then they embark on finding that cow. They never rest until they find a cow. There are so many cows, and all these cows, as you may see, they are owned by one guy, one family, and one gentleman. And each cow, just like this one here, this goes for over 10 million Ugandan shillings, right? These ones, the small ones here, they go for 2 million, 3 millions. Now just count how much money this guy is worth. And this is how people keep the wealth in Africa.
I'm just grazing them here. I will not go up the mountain for now.
What you do is like you graze all the way from the mountain up there, and then you come down grazing the cows.
Yeah.
In this sun, don't you feel hot?
Yeah, but it's not that hot now.
So you just keep on singing that same song. So do the cows hear that kind of song?
Yes, the cows hear that
Oh, really?
song.
What does it mean?
But I too don't know how it came about. I just found it here when I got born.
So the cows kind of dance for you when they
Definitely, they cannot.
You just keep on singing.
Yeah.
So these are all your cows or they belong to your parents?
Yeah, they're my parents.
So how many cows do you have, you guys?
We got like 20 plus cows.
But then you own this piece of land here. How about that land there? Who owns it?
I definitely can't tell you the owner of that land because my family just moved
You're
here.
here? All these cows are owned by one family, actually one man. And this is how the Africans keep their riches in Africa. They keep their money in the cows instead of keeping money in the bank. So they get some cattle keepers like him who keep on taking care of these cows, and they move in herds. So we have one herd here, there's another herd that side of the land, and then another herd part of the other land. And there are so many, almost totaling to over hundreds and hundreds of cows. And so they're gonna drink water from the pond, and then we're gonna see what happens next. My question was, what I wonder about is like, there's a speculations about the Ankole culture, like people are very connected to their cows, right? So cows are part of family. It's like your son, it's like your daughter. Do they think like that when it comes to cows in the culture?
Well, here cows can be passed down to generations. A father may choose to give a cow to his young son, or a mother choose to give one of her children some cows. Yes, they can be rotated in the family.
How long does it take for the cow to breed and get the calf and stuff like that?
How long does it take to give birth?
It only takes about 9 months.
It takes 9 months to give birth. It is exactly like a human.
Okay, it's like a human being, right? What are some of the challenges in keeping such kind of animals?
The main problem we have here is the problem of thieves, or the caretakers themselves. Sometimes there are people with darker hearts who might choose to kill the animals while they take care of them on the farm and disappear. So that's why choosing a good caretaker is very important. You need someone who will take care of your cows with love, someone who will watch over them even when they get sick, a person strong enough to deter the thieves from stealing them.
How about the forms of like diseases? Usually you have those animal diseases that attack other animals. Do the Ankole cows also have those?
Yes, they get diseases like any other animals. But what we do here, we have a well-prepared dipping ponds where we mix medicine good enough to kill any disease that might be dangerous to the animals. Animals are usually dipped to get rid of any infection. Don't you see that those horns are so long? During dipping, every part gets socked in water. So there is no way diseases can attack the animals here.
So the hole is so deep down there.
It's deep.
Yes, the hole is very deep. So there is no way an infection can survive.
But then I heard these cows are very stronger than the Frisian cows, the one we call the Western cows. Which one is more stronger? Is it the Ankole cows? Or
Definitely the Ankole cows are stronger.
I want to talk about the meat. Like you graze many cows. I think it's a form of business as well, right? Where do you sell the meat? Who buys the meat? Could you take me through the market of the meat?
The most people who buy the meat are those with weddings. The other buyers are the butchers and the various hotels.
Do you export the meat to other countries?
Sure, the meat can be exported. So what happens is they slaughter the animal, put the meat in a refrigerated car and send to Kampala for export.
But then I feel so bad that the cows are part of the family, but then you also look at them on the other part as part of business. That's something that is actually very different.
The iconic Ankole cattle, with their majestic longhorns, are far more than livestock. They are a living embodiment of wealth, heritage, and pride. These cattle are not only valued for their milk and meat, but also cherished as a store of wealth, deeply woven into the fabric of the Ankole people's culture. A family's prosperity is often measured by the size and quality of their herd, ensuring that wealth remains visible, tangible, and sustainable across all generations. This narrative is often misunderstood. African people are not poor. They are immensely rich in tradition, values, and resources, choosing to live a humble yet deeply fulfilling life. In Bara, wealth isn't flaunted, but carefully safeguarded, stored in the living, breathing treasure of their Ankole cattle, each worth about 10 million Uganda shillings or $2,600. This way of life reflects the enduring spirit of the African people, grounded, hardworking, and deeply connected to their heritage. Bara is a powerful example of how culture and livelihood intertwine, showing the world that true wealth is not about extravagance, but about sustainability, wisdom, and legacy. As we bring you stories like this, we need your support to keep going. Our watch hours are still low, and your engagement helps us grow and create even more content. Please leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Together, let's keep sharing the beauty and the resilience of cultures around the world. This is Henry, the Love Twatter.